what's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here then welcome to our little corner of the internet. Today we're going to be watching a video titled the 10 most cheapest states to live in America. Now that sounds like music to my ears. I'm sure these will be absolutely gorgeous either way, so without further ado, let's see what this video is about and which states they are, and let me know if you're from one of these states. Yeah.
Imagine waking up to misty mountain mornings, peaceful small towns, and a cost of living so low it feels like a well-kept secret. In a time when groceries drain wallets and rent swallows paychecks, there are still places in America where
I still remember a time here in Spain where I live when you would go to the grocery store and with like $10 you could get food for 2 weeks. Easy. Like a liter of milk would cost you like 60 cents, like less than $1. What happened? What happened? Why is the milk like $3 now?
your dollar stretches like never before. From charming Midwest plains to southern hideaways and Appalachian havens, these states offer big savings without sacrificing lifestyle. Whether you're a retiree, remote worker, or just dreaming of a fresh start, this list is your golden ticket. In today's video, we're revealing the top 10 cheapest states to live in the USA in 2025. Number 10, Indiana. Indiana sneaks into the top 10 cheapest states to live in 2025 by delivering a perfect combo of affordability, stability, and economic practicality. The overall cost of living index in Indiana is around 90.4, meaning it's approximately 9.6% cheaper than the US average. And what really tips the scale here is housing. With a median home price of just $226,000, Indiana remains one of the most budget-friendly places to buy a house in the mid.
House or apartment? Can you buy a house for $200,000? I would not be able to afford a house, but I just know that's cheap.
West. In cities like Fort Wayne and Evansville, you can still find homes under $180,000, and even Indianapolis, the state capital, has a median home value around $241,000, which is nearly 30% cheaper than the national median of $343,000. Renters aren't left out either. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment in Indianapolis is about $975 per month, while smaller towns like Muncie and Anderson offer rents closer to $700 per month. Utility costs
$700?
are also manageable. Expect to pay around $165 per month for electricity, water, and gas combined. Groceries and healthcare costs are both about 6% lower than the US average, and transportation costs are competitive due to lower gas prices and less traffic congestion. Taxes are mixed. Indiana has a flat state income tax of 3.15%, one of the lowest in the nation. Sales tax sits at 7%, and property tax rates average 0.84%, meaning a $200,000 home results in roughly $1,680 per year in property taxes, significantly less than coastal states. What sets Indiana apart is its balance. You're not sacrificing job access or amenities just to save money. With growing sectors in healthcare, manufacturing, and tech, and with a cost structure that makes your paycheck go further, Indiana quietly remains one of America's smartest budget-friendly choices in 2025. Number 9, Tennessee. Tennessee is a financial dream for many Americans.
Indiana seems nice. Tennessee is on the list. I would have thought that Tennessee is like expensive. I don't know, because it's, I don't know why.
Americans in 2025, and for good reason. First, Tennessee has zero state income tax, which alone can save families thousands of dollars per year. Combine that with a cost of living index around 90, and you've got a state where your paycheck stretches far beyond what's possible in high-tax coastal states. The median home price in Tennessee is roughly $255,000, but in cities like Chattanooga and Clarksville, homes can still be found for under $220,000. Rental prices are also
What is that thing? The pyramid? What is that? Is that like a is that like a mall or? I've never seen that before.
highly attractive.
I don't
A
think.
one-bedroom apartment in Nashville averages about $1,300 per month, while places like Jackson or Johnson City offer rent.
Huh?
A one-bedroom
A one bedroom?
apartment in Nashville averages about $1,300 per month.
Is that good? Is that good? Like, is that, would you pay? What?
A one-bedroom apartment in Nashville averages about $1,300 per
$1,300 for a one bedroom apartment?
month, while places like Jackson or Johnson City offer rents closer to $800 to $900 per
Now
month.
that sounds more
Utilities
reasonable.
for a standard 900 square foot apartment hover around $160 per month, which includes electricity, water, and basic gas. Grocery costs are about 6 to 8%
Basic gas. What is the other, like, surprise gas? What other gas is there than basic gas?
below the national average, and transportation costs
Extra gas.
are about 6 to 8%
Sorry.
below the national average, and transportation costs are particularly low due to short commute times and relatively cheap gas, usually around $3.15 per gallon in mid-2025. Property taxes are also low, averaging 0.64%, which means on a $250,000 home, you'd only pay about $1,600 per year. Tennessee's economy is surprisingly diverse. Strong in logistics, thanks to FedEx in Memphis, healthcare, Nashville's hospital industry, and even tourism. This means solid job opportunities without the sticker shock of bigger metro areas. What really seals the deal? Quality of life. With stunning outdoor areas like the Smoky Mountains, friendly small towns, and a music scene that can rival anywhere in the country, Tennessee delivers both charm and cost efficiency. Whether you're retiring or relocating, Tennessee in 2025 is one of the most value-packed states in America. Number 8. Iowa. Iowa might not
It's really pretty too. Ooh, Iowa is on the list. Weird.
top most people's relocation lists, but financially, it should. In 2025, Iowa delivers a rock-solid cost of living index around 89, placing it well below the national average. The median home price in Iowa hovers near $210,000, and in smaller towns like Ottumwa or Marshalltown, you can still find homes under $160,000. For renters, the average monthly rent for a one-bedroom apartment ranges from $650 to $900, depending on
Ooh.
the city.
Pretty
Utilities
good.
are impressively cheap, averaging just $150 per month, and groceries are about 8% less than the U.S. average. A gallon of milk runs about $3.20, a dozen eggs
A gallon, $3? $3? This is what I mean. Why is my milk $3? I'm very upset. I'm very upset about that. I don't like a gallon. Yeah, okay, a gallon is more than a liter, isn't it? I don't know how much a gallon is. I'm imagining a gallon, like I think that would be probably like around maybe even like 5 liters. I don't know. But $3? For that, like, I'll buy myself a fluffy cow and have free milk.
around $2.30, and a loaf of bread just under $2. Healthcare costs are also very reasonable, with premiums and copays generally 10 to 15% lower than national averages. Property taxes are slightly above average at 1.5%, but it's still manageable when your home only costs $200,000, resulting in a yearly property tax bill around $3,000. Iowa's income tax system is being phased into a flat 3.9% rate, offering a straightforward and relatively low burden for middle-income earners. Iowa's economy is incredibly
Wow,
stable,
look at how pretty.
driven by agriculture, insurance, education, and healthcare. Cities like Des Moines and Cedar Rapids offer good jobs without overwhelming housing costs. Plus, commute times are short, gas prices are reasonable, around $3.20 per gallon, and crime rates in most areas are low. What surprises most people is the lifestyle. Tons of green space, top-rated public schools, and a strong sense of community. Iowa might seem quiet on the outside, but on the inside, it's one of the most affordable and well-rounded states to build a life in 2025. Number 7. Missouri.
I like Iowa.
Missouri
Iowa.
continues to be a consistent contender
Wow.
for
That's pretty.
budget-conscious Americans in 2025. With a cost of living index around 88, the state offers a life that's about 12% cheaper than the national average. The median home price is around $225,000, but in cities like Springfield or St. Joseph, homes are regularly available for under $180,000. Even in St. Louis or Kansas City, bargains exist compared to other major metros. Renters benefit just as much. A one-bedroom apartment in St. Louis runs about $1,050 per month, while in Columbia or Joplin, it's more like $750 to $850 per month. Utility costs average $160 per month, and groceries are roughly 7% cheaper than the U.S. norm. A full basket of weekly essentials costs around $80 to $100, depending on region and season. Missouri's income tax ranges from 1.5% to 4.
This looks a lot like the building in Helsinki, in Finland. Like, a lot. If you look Helsinki, if you look up Helsinki, the capital of Finland, you'll see it.
95%. But thanks to relatively low property taxes, about 0.93%, homeowners save big annually. That translates to roughly $2,100 per year on a $225,000 house. Fuel costs are modest, averaging $3.18 per gallon, and the state's centralized location means shorter, cheaper logistics for goods. Economically, Missouri is diverse. You've got booming health systems, a strong transportation hub, especially in KC, and a surprising startup scene in St. Louis. Yet it's the lifestyle that seals the deal. Access to nature, vibrant arts in the cities, and a real bang-for-your-buck mindset. In short, Missouri's not flashy, but it's fabulously affordable. In 2025, it's a smart pick for families, retirees, or remote workers looking to save money without sacrificing comfort or culture. Number 6. Arkansas. If you're craving wide-open skies, friendly faces, and prices that don't leave your wallet gasping for air, Arkansas should be at the top of your list. In 2025,
What was that round building? Oh, Arkansas looks
Arkansas
nice.
continues to offer one of the lowest costs of living in the U.S.
Look at that park.
with a cost of living index around 89.5, making it over 10% cheaper than the national average. It's the kind of place where affordable doesn't mean boring, it means balance. Housing? The median home price statewide sits near $190,000, and in towns like Pine Bluff or Forest City, homes can be found for as low as $130,000. Even in popular areas like Fayetteville or Little Rock, decent single-family homes are selling for $210,000 to $230,000, far below the national median of $343,000. Rent is equally enticing. In most cities, a one-bedroom apartment averages $800 to $900 per
Okay.
month, while in smaller towns, it's not uncommon to find places under $700 typically hover around $150 per month, and groceries are 8 to 10% below the US average. A gallon of milk? About $3.10. A dozen eggs?
How much does a gallon of milk cost in other places? This whole video is just me going to be me getting angry at the milk prices because I just don't understand it. In 2016, I swear to God, I was paying less than $1. Less than $1. What happened? Like, what type of golden cow is the milk coming out of right now?
Around $2.20. Taxes are modest too. The state income tax ranges from 2% to 4.9%, and property taxes are low, averaging just 0.61%. That means if you own a $190,000 home, expect to pay roughly $1,160 annually. That's hundreds less than what you'd pay in most other states. Economically, Arkansas is growing in healthcare, retail, and transportation, thanks to companies like Walmart headquartered in Bentonville. Add in access to the Ozark Mountains, scenic rivers, and a laid-back lifestyle. And it's no wonder more people are eyeing Arkansas as an affordable oasis in 2025.
It does look incredibly beautiful and like peaceful.
If you're ready to stretch your budget and still enjoy a rich quality of life,
And that park looks amazing.
Arkansas checks every box. Number 5. Alabama. Alabama's low-cost
Sweet home Alabama. Is that the song? No, it's not. Sweet home Alabama? Sweet home Alabama. Is that a song? Was it Alabama? There's a song about Alabama for sure.
cost of living has made it a consistent favorite for budget-conscious Americans, and 2025 is no different. With a cost of living index of about 88.2, you're living nearly 12% cheaper than the national.
Oh, I love to see this. Do you guys like, is this, if it's white lines, does it mean that it's free parking? And there's free parking spots. This is like unheard of here. Wow. And look at how much space the street has. That's wonderful.
Average. The median home price is around $200,000, and in cities like Gadsden, Dothan, or Decatur, you can still snag homes under $150,000. Rent is also low. A one-bedroom apartment in Birmingham averages around $1,000 per month, while smaller towns offer rents as low as $650. Utilities typically run about
Nice.
$155 a month, and groceries cost 6 to 8% less than the national average. One of Alabama's strongest affordability perks is property tax. It has the second lowest in the U.S. at around 0.41%. That means on a $200,000 home, you're paying just $820 per year in property taxes. Income taxes are on a sliding scale from 2% to 5%, and sales tax can be high
Wow.
in some cities up to 10%.
That looks so pretty. It reminds me of Portugal. There is a place in Lisbon that looks kind of like that. Not really, but kind of. It's beautiful.
But overall, the state remains highly affordable. Healthcare is surprisingly reasonable, and Alabama has a growing economy focused on aerospace, automotive, manufacturing, and logistics. Cities like Huntsville and Mobile are becoming innovation hubs, while the state's natural beauty, Gulf Shores beaches, Appalachian foothills, offers weekend escapes without the price tag. In 2025, Alabama offers tremendous value. It's a place where the cost of living is low, the community vibe is strong, and you won't feel like every dollar is slipping through your fingers. If you want big savings with Southern charm, Alabama is where it's at. Number 4, Kansas. Kansas doesn't just offer
What are the milk prices though?
open skies, and wide
I want at least less than $2. Like at least like $2.50. I don't know. Less than $3, not $3.
fields. It delivers big time when it comes to affordability in 2025.
Okay.
With a cost of living index around 88, it's one of the cheapest places to live in the central U.S. The median home price sits near $205,000, but in many rural areas and smaller cities like Salina, Hutchinson, or Garden City, homes routinely list for under $160,000. Rent is even more appealing. In Wichita or Topeka, you'll find one-bedroom apartments for $700 to $850 per month, and utilities are reasonable at around $150 per month for a standard 900-square-foot apartment. Groceries are cheap, too. Bread averages $2.30, a dozen eggs around $2.50, and gas usually stays below $3.20 per gallon. Kansas has a progressive income tax system ranging from 3.1% to 5.7%, but property taxes are slightly higher than the national average at 1.33%. That means on a $200,000 home, you're paying around $2,660 annually. Not ideal, but still manageable thanks to the ultra-low housing prices. Healthcare costs are modest, and insurance rates are far lower than in high-cost states. Transportation is a major advantage here. Less traffic, cheaper repairs, and lower insurance premiums make it easy to save money while staying mobile. Kansas also scores well for stability. The job market is steady, driven by agriculture, education, aviation, and manufacturing. The lifestyle?
Aviation.
Peaceful, family-oriented, and community-centered. You're not paying for glitz, you're paying for reliability. And that's what makes Kansas such a smart pick for affordable living in 2025. Number 3. Mississippi. Mississippi remains a national standout when it comes to stretching your dollar, especially in 2020.
These are all places that I wouldn't expect on this list for some reason, like Tennessee, Arkansas, even Iowa, Mississippi, all kind of states that I've gotten to know throughout this channel. I'm sold.
5. With a cost of living index hovering around 85.9, it's approximately 14% cheaper than the US average. But what really steals the show is its housing market. The median home price in Mississippi is just $180,000, the lowest in the nation. In smaller towns like Greenville or Vicksburg, homes still sell for as little as $120,000, an absolute steal in today's real estate world. Renters also enjoy serious savings. The average rent for a one-bedroom apartment is just $850 per month in Jackson and can go down to $650 in many rural communities. Utility bills typically total around
$650 sounds very... like that should be what it should be. I think it sounds very reasonable for a one-bedroom apartment. I mean, I don't know what the wages are like, but I don't know. It's like, it's so mind-blowing how much the cost of living has gone up, at least here in Europe, that, you know, it's feels like it's getting a little bit out of hand. And again, look at all those free parking spots. Oh, I love it.
$45 per month. And groceries are around 10 to 12% cheaper than the national average.
Wow, you could live on a boat. Those are probably like houseboats, because look at they have like doors and everything. I mean, usually a boat will have a door, you know? But there's people that live on boats. Like a tiny house. I wouldn't mind that. I would probably not go out in the ocean with it, but I wouldn't mind being at a dock and living in a boat. I think that could be kind of cool. Why not?
To pay $3.05 for a gallon of milk.
And no rent.
$2.10 for a dozen eggs, and $1.90 for a loaf.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Expect to pay $3.05 for a gallon of milk,
Ah, okay.
$2.10 for a dozen eggs, and $1.90 for a loaf of bread. Mississippi also features some of the lowest property taxes in the country, with an average effective rate of 0.52%. That means on an $80,000 home, your yearly property tax is only about $936. State income tax ranges from 0% to 5%, and sales tax is a flat 5%, 7% across most regions. While the economy is still developing and incomes are lower than national averages, the cost of living is so low that even modest salaries go much further here. Jobs in manufacturing, agriculture, and healthcare are stable, and remote workers can enjoy maximum lifestyle for minimal expense. For those who prioritize low housing costs, laid-back living, and Southern charm, Mississippi is easily one of the most attractive destinations in 2025. It may not have the flash of big cities, but what it lacks in glitz, it makes up for in financial freedom and livable comfort. Number 2, Oklahoma.
It looks beautiful. Oh, Oklahoma looks beautiful too. Look at that park. Looks very modern.
Oklahoma continues to impress as one of the most affordable states in the U.S. for 2025. With a cost of living index around 85.5, residents enjoy a lifestyle that's 14.
And look at all those parking spots. Oklahoma. Oklahoma. Sweet home, Oklahoma. Oh my goodness, that's such a pretty street actually. Look, it ends in like that building. I don't know what that building is, but I like it.
0.5% cheaper than the national average. And unlike some low-cost states, Oklahoma offers large metro areas like...
Wow, that's so weird to see all the houses with no like fencing, no but like bushes or anything between each other's houses. That's so weird. That is so weird. Well, there are some houses with fences too, but it looks very open.
Oklahoma City and Tulsa, giving you urban amenities without the urban price tag. The housing market here is a major win. The median home price statewide is around $200,000, with plenty of options under $170,000 in cities like Lawton, Enid, or Muskogee. Even in Oklahoma City, you can still find family-sized homes for $225,000 or less, far more affordable than similar homes in other states. Renters benefit too. A one-bedroom apartment averages about $950 per month in metro areas and can dip to $700.
I wonder what it actually looks like inside a one-bedroom apartment that's that price, because I very much doubt that the interior is going to look like this or like what they put, like super modern. Like, I wonder what it actually looks like.
$100 per month or less in smaller towns. Utilities run around $150 to $160 per month, and groceries are typically 8 to 10% cheaper than the U.S. average.
What about the gallon of milk?
A dozen eggs costs about $2.40, while gas hovers around $3.20 per gallon, making transportation affordable as well. Oklahoma's property tax rate is around 0.82%.
Wow. My stomach would ache every single morning if I woke up there. Like, in a good way. Like, in like, you know, when you get sick because you're excited type of way. Look at that grass. Beautiful.
Meaning a $200,000 home will cost roughly $1,640 annually in property taxes. Income taxes range from 0.25% to 4.75%, and the average combined sales tax rate is 8.9%, which is slightly high, but manageable given the overall affordability. What makes Oklahoma stand out is its combination of savings and accessibility. The state has a strong energy, aerospace, and transportation sector, and it's increasingly popular with remote workers who want fast internet and low prices. With scenic prairie landscapes, friendly communities, and a growing economy, Oklahoma proves you don't need to sacrifice opportunity to save money.
Oklahoma is calling money.
In 2025, it's one of the smartest
Can you hear it? It's going shiny. Shiny.
places in America to live affordably and comfortably. Number 1. West Virginia. If you're looking for the most budget
West Virginia, Mountain Mile. I swear there is a song for every state. I'm sure there's one for Oklahoma too.
friendly place to live in the United States in 2025, all roads lead to West Virginia. This scenic Appalachian state has earned its title as the cheapest state to live in, with a cost of living index around 84, meaning it's a full 16% below the national average. And the savings aren't just theoretical. They're real, tangible, and visible in nearly every aspect of daily life. Let's talk housing. The median home price in West Virginia is just $160,000, compared to the U.S. average of $343,000. That's over 53% cheaper. And in many rural towns like Bluefield or Princeton, you can find solid 3-bedroom homes for under $130,000. Even in Charleston, the state capital, it's possible to buy a starter home for $180,000 or less. Renters aren't left out of the equation either. The average rent for a 1-bedroom apartment is around $800 per month in the capital and $600 or less in smaller towns. Utilities are affordable too, with combined electricity, water, and gas.
Is this your favorite one, Fendi? Sometimes I let her bark a little bit so my neighbors know that there's a vicious dog in here that will definitely destroy them if they try and come inside my house. When in reality, she's the first one to run away, but she sounds pretty scary, at least to me. Good job, Fendi, but that's enough. Thank you.
Gas bills averaging $145 per month. Groceries and healthcare are consistently 10 to 12% cheaper than national averages. A gallon of milk costs about $3.10, a loaf of bread around $2, and doctor's visits average just $95. Where West Virginia really shines is in property taxes, only 0.55%, the second lowest in the nation. That means on a $160,000 home, your yearly tax bill is just $880. Income tax ranges from 3% to 6.5%, while sales tax sits at a manageable 0.7%, 6%. Sure, the job market isn't booming like in tech hubs, but for remote workers, retirees, or families seeking a peaceful, scenic, and ultra-affordable lifestyle, West Virginia is a gem. With lush mountains, small-town charm, and the lowest cost of living in America, it's where your money goes the furthest in 2025.
I think from these, Oklahoma spoke to me the most. But you guys tell me. Does any of you, well, I know some of you guys live in some of these states. Now that you know me a little bit, maybe even by this video, if this is the first video you watch from me, which one would you say would fit me the best? Fendi, nobody asked for your freaking opinion. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like. Tell them to subscribe, Fendi. There you go. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. Say bye, Fendi.